Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great week. Hope all of you having a great day. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. And man, oh man, it is time for the Michigan versus Oklahoma preview. Clap it up. Clap it up. Keep clapping it up. We got a top 20. Can't even believe these words are about to come out of my mouth. SEC. Yes, remember, Oklahoma is in the SEC versus Big Ten matchup. And I don't even want to see, before the game happens, I'm saying it right now, I don't want to see any Timothys and Bobbies in the comment section saying, oh, if Oklahoma wins, this means the SEC is better than the Big Ten, and vice versa. If Michigan wins, my apologies, I don't want to see any Michigan fans saying, oh, well, this means the Big Ten is better than the SEC. Just shut up with all that crap, okay? Nobody wants to hear it, especially in week 2. If you want to talk about who's better, the SEC or Big Ten in week 8 or 10, I'm game. But right now, let's wait until we get some weeks under our belt. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm very excited for this game. It is the game of the week. It's where game day's at, and I think we're going to find out a lot, not just about Oklahoma, but also Michigan, so both teams. Last year, Michigan wasn't really all too good, and I think you can chalk it up to they didn't have great quarterback play. This year, completely different story. We're going to talk all about that with Bryce Underwood, that $12 million quarterback. And on the flip side for Oklahoma, last year wasn't good either. Didn't really have a good offense. Didn't really have a good defense. And they won, what was it, 6 games, I believe? Or, yeah, it was something like that. They finished 6-6, didn't they? Yeah, they did. Because, oh, yeah, remember they lost to Navy in the ball game. Oh, that was embarrassing. So, technically, they finished the entire season, including postseason, 6-7. They had a losing record. Y'all know how I feel about BV, a.k.a. Brent Venables. My stance on him hasn't changed. If you don't know, I think he's not that good of a head coach. Sharon Moore, I got to get a larger sample size before I start saying, oh, he's a bad coach, good coach, stuff like that. This year, I think it's going to tell us a lot, and the year after that as well. But I've seen enough out of Brent Venables to tell you he is only a defensive coordinator. There's many places you could start out with this preview/prediction, but let's talk about the quarterbacks first, because that is going to be the biggest storyline. Oklahoma has what some people are already labeling as a Heisman candidate, John Mateer, the transfer quarterback. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Mateer kid can play. He's shown it everywhere he's been. So it's not like we're going to be heading into this game wondering how Mateer is going to handle the pressure like a Julian Sayin, Arch Manning, or even a Bryce Underwood, because he's used to it by this point in time. He's been playing college football for a while. On the flip side for Michigan, you got Bryce Underwood, who I think is worth every bit of the $12 million. And ironically enough, we made a separate video just talking about him last night. I think he's the real deal. He's not like an Arch Manning. The talk and hype surrounding Underwood, it is legit. When I tell you this Underwood kid can play, I mean he can play. He is on another level compared to other freshmen out there. His ability to read and process the defense quickly and get the ball out fast just like that within 1 or 2 seconds, that's what separates him from others. He is a quick decision maker who has great mechanics and is also comfortable in the pocket. The only thing I worry about with Underwood is he is going to put the ball in harm's way at times. It is bound to happen. He has about, I would say, or he's going to have 3 to 4 or 5 throws that they're going to be questionable. I think a better way of saying this is he'll throw some 50-50 balls. So if the Oklahoma players can turn their heads, you can pick those off and maybe even take one back to the house. Who's more talented? Bryce Underwood. Who has more potential? Bryce Underwood. But who's better right now? I get the edge of John Mateer. Who's more polished right now? I get the edge of John Mateer. Talent's great and whatnot, and I love what I've seen out of Underwood in only one collegiate game. But experience, it just outweighs all that. I like to give you 3 keys for each team on how they're going to win the game. So let's start with Oklahoma first. Number 1, and if you don't do this, guess what, partner? Nothing else matters. You have got to stop the run. You don't stop the run, Michigan is literally, going to run all over you. They got the 5-star transfer running back from Alabama. He looks great. They will feed him the rock, and they got others they can hand it off to as well. Number 2, and this is also on the defensive side of the ball. What do quarterbacks hate, and especially young quarterbacks at that? Pressure. Blitz, 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 and when you get tired of it, keep blitzing. I don't care if Bryce Underwood burns you once, twice, or even 3 times. You have got to heat him up. He is too good of a quarterback for you to let him sit back there and just dink and dime his way down the field. It's what Carson Beck did in Notre Dame, and guess what? They lost the game. Got to bring the pressure. The third and final key, we'll talk about offense. This one's relatively simple. I would like to see Oklahoma try to at least establish a run and not make Mateer go out there and have a Cam Newton-esque performance to pull off this win. Crazy thing about it is Mateer is good enough where you can ride his coattails and he will single-handedly carry you to a victory. But is that really an efficient way to win a ball game? Yeah, not really. Sure, he threw all over Illinois State, but let me remind you of something. It's Illinois State. You're playing a tougher defense this weekend. And even if you're not successful running the ball, it's at least going to take some of the pressure and some of the weight off of Matea's shoulders. That's my 3 keys for Oklahoma. Let's talk about Michigan. Number 1, play your game. Don't get caught up in what Oklahoma's doing. If they're throwing the ball 60, 70 times, that's not how you play football. How does Michigan play football? Ground and pound. They love to run the ball, so don't get away from that. Even if you fall behind 10, 14 points, keep running it. Keep running the ball. Keep feeding your guys. You're eventually going to pop one off. Number 2, and this is also on the offense side of the ball, ease Bryce Underwood into the game. Let's get some play actions off of the runs. Let's get some 5, 7, 10-yard slants. Let's get some drag routes. Stuff like that to get his confidence up early. I think it is vital for him to get his confidence up early on, especially in a hostile road environment, because if he just starts out, let's say hypothetically for the sake of this video, 1 for 6, you got him throwing these deep shots, he's not hitting them, he's going to get down on himself. That always happens, and it's normal. But if he starts out 5 for 7, even though they're easy passes, he's going to feel way better about his game, and he's going to be more confident by default. Number 3, on the defensive side of the ball for Michigan, don't let Oklahoma beat you by passing. What do I mean? They're predominantly a passing team, right? Well, how about this? Stick about 5 to 6 in the box and dare them to run the ball. And until they run the ball continuously, don't even respect it. I don't think Venables, and more importantly Mateer, is patient enough to have this slow and lengthy, we'll say 15-play, 8-minute drive. They're not going to do that. And if they do, I'll get up and apologize and say, you know what, they did it. But I just don't see it happening. They're going to try to hit chunk plays. In other terms, to dumb this down, don't let Oklahoma beat you by solely passing. Make them mix it up. I just pulled it up. I see that Oklahoma is a 5.5-point favorite with them being the home team. Yeah, I guess that's about right. I'd hate to say in week 2, you're already in must-win territory for either Michigan or Oklahoma. But if I had to say who needs this game more, without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, it's Oklahoma and that fan base. Fan base isn't too happy with Brent Venables, not too happy with the team, and they want to see some. Michigan's still content because they just won a championship only 2 years ago. That's going to keep them satisfied for at the bare minimum 3 to 4 or 5 more years, even if you have bad seasons. For Oklahoma, they don't have that luxury. Really big game for the fans, and also whoever wins this game is looking pretty when it comes to the 12-team playoff. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but more than likely, Michigan and Oklahoma, they're going to have 2, 3, maybe 4 losses this year, and they'll be around that 12, 13, 14, 15 spot, and whoever wins this game is going to get the edge. I expect this to be a close game, and it should come down to 2 things: run success and quarterback play for both teams. And anytime I think there's going to be a close game, I always tend to lean more towards, and I did this last week and it worked out, but I've always been this way, the team with the better quarterback. Who can I trust more? Last week, LSU and Clemson. Who did I trust more heading into that game? Garrett Nussmeier. That worked out. Another example, Miami Notre Dame. What quarterback did I trust more in that one? Carson Beck. That one worked out. So you probably know where I'm about to go with this. Who did I trust more in this game? The veteran, John Mateer. I'll take the Sooners in this one, 28 to Michigan's 21. Many more things I could say. Wandered off here. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts down below. But